Hi, this is Micornus, Phokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. We are continuing with this powerful topic, and we are finalizing it today. I want to just wrap it up right here. We're speaking about uncomfortable truths that you may need to hear as an employer or as a manager in a place. And this is for our young men that are business people, our young men that are running their own companies. You are an employer, or else you might be a manager or a CEO of a certain company whereby you are an employee yourself as well. And we speak in this because it's very important truths that you need to hear. And they are very uncomfortable though, but I guess you are having strength and courage to embrace this truth and be able to use them as well, because these are very important truths that you need to learn from and be able to apply them as a young man in your workplace. The first thing that we want to bring about today on the table is happy employees, they create happy customers. Happy employees, they create happy customers, and not other way around. Please don't remember that, because most of the time, if you want to make your customers happy, the first thing that you need to consider is to make your own employees happy. There are times when we are actually preaching the fact that we need to make our customers happy, customer comes first and so on. But I want to emphasize that this is the truth. It may be uncomfortable as it is. If your employees are unhappy, they are not going to create any happy customer. And that is why sometimes when you prioritize customers over your own employees, you're basically killing the morale of your employees, and they are going to rub it off into your own customers. And you're going to find customers that are not happy as well, because your employees' experience of your employees, or what they experience about your employees, is not right, and it's not pleasant at all. Now, we want to urge you as a young man who's an employer, or you are a company, you're having your own company and business, or maybe you're just a manager in a certain company, that please make sure that your team members are happy before you consider the customers happy. This is very effect that it will make, and it's an effect that rolls into the customers when your own employees are happy. It's having this ripple effect in a mighty way, because majority of the people that are managers and employees, they've never realized the secret of what and how to make our customers happy. Is just literally to make sure that your own employees are happy, because what they will do, they'll radiate their joy and happiness in the company to the customers as well, and the customers will actually be happy. So the replication of happiness is obvious. When somebody is happy, they actually sow a seed of happiness. And I've seen people that are bitter and angry, even though you want the customers to be happy, but they will rub off their bitterness and anger into the customers, and you'll realize that the customers will not be happy because they've experienced a very bitter employee of yours, or they've actually experienced a very bitter team member of yours. And that's the reason why we urge you to make your own team members and your own employees happy. The second thing is that expecting immediate results without the proper onboarding is setting new hires up for failure, because there are times when you take people and employ them and plug them into the job without orientating them. And we've spoken about this a bit earlier, that we need to empower our own new employees. When somebody arrives in a company, even though they may have the skills to work the job that you want them to do, but it's very important to bring them onto a good onboarding. They need to know the company, they need to know the culture of the company. They need to know the people in the company and who is who in the zoo, so that they can be able to function properly with the proper coordination of the company. For them to know who is the leader of a certain departments and different departments, who are the employees of this company, and what are they doing. So this is very important. They need to know as well the type of industry that this company is in. Onboard the people right, then you'll get the best out of this. So it's not about quick results, it's about sustained results thereof. And therefore, I want to urge you, as a young man who's a leader or an employer, wherever you are, that please consider a great onboarding, which will be very important, because if there's no proper onboarding, you're going to have a problem of making people fail when they get into the company, even though they may be skillful, they may be high performers from where they're coming from, but they're going to need a proper onboarding, because one who is not onboarded right will never perform, and you'll never get the best out of them. So I want to urge you to be understanding to this as well, that please onboard your people right and make sure that you don't set them up for failure. And this is also bringing an issue of empowerment, an issue of training and development as well. Because if you don't train and develop your people, even though you might think that this is a smart person who's coming with qualifications from university, who is actually graduated in this particular area, if you don't onboard them right, you're not going to get the best out of them. Because also realize that if somebody's coming from newly from university, they may have the knowledge from university, but the knowledge from university is not enough to make somebody to perform. And also, even if they're coming from another company, they've been doing the same job, companies are not the same. And the cultures of companies are different, and therefore the performance may be different based on the culture of that particular company. So therefore, onboarding is very key, and a proper onboarding that I want to urge you to do and embark on as a manager or as an employee in that company. Remember also that you need, promoting high performers who are toxic teammates, it destroys the culture of a company faster than any external threat. Because most of the time we're having high performers that are not having good values. And if you're having high performer that is not having good values, that high performer cannot be promoted. You don't need to promote people just because they're performing high. The culture of the company is very key, which is actually promoting the values in the company. Now, if somebody is not having respect, that person is undermining others. That person is actually rude and treating others very bad. And also, you may find employees that are performing highly, but yet they are actually not treating customers well. That is actually something very key. And that is the reason why promotion should actually scrutinize and look at the personality of a person, the character, and ability to actually be somebody who is having emotional intelligence amongst colleagues and emotional intelligence amongst the customers as well. If somebody lacks emotional intelligence amongst own colleagues, that person is going to let the team down. This person is going to destroy the team morale as well. And when you promote somebody like that, you're basically promoting the bad morals of the person, or the bad attitude of the person, the bad behavior of the person. You're promoting that as well. And that person is going to take that to a higher position. And what it does, it discourages people that are actually on the team. Because if somebody like that can be promoted, people feel that there's no culture in this particular company. Now, culture is very important, and we must actually make sure that the morale of individuals are actually enhanced by making sure that we respect the culture of the company, even by how we treat others. We don't promote people that are not having good values, because if you do so, you are destroying the morale of the people, and the culture of the company is being challenged in this regard as well. And I want to emphasize that, because internal threat of that is actually more detrimental than external threat. And most of the time we're looking at threats from outside, the market forces and so on, political situations, and all those things. We think they are really serious threat. We look at competitors, we think that they're serious threat. But I must really say that internal threat becomes more dangerous than external threat, because this is something that is going to eat like cancer, eating the body from inside. And that is going to be very difficult to manage it than when it is an external force, because we know external forces, we can be able to manage them. So please be careful as well on how you treat your team members, and don't promote them just because they are high performing. Lastly, today, as we close and wrap up, remember the worst time to offer someone a pay rise or a promotion is when the notice has been handed in. The worst time to give somebody promotion, to give someone a pay rise, is when a notice has been handed in. And I want to say this, that when somebody gives in a notice, when somebody says, I'm going and I'm not going to listen to anything else, I'm going, allow them to go. And I'm one who always say retain people, but somebody who's actually wired in their mind or finalized in their mind that they're going, please let them go. Because if you're going to keep someone who's actually made up their minds that they're leaving, they are going to kill the morale of the people. Because if you're going to raise salary, because somebody has already challenged you with a salary of comparing with someone else, this is going to be problematic to keep that particular member. Because if you are going to keep them, you are going to be faced with a problem in the next month, in the next 2 months or so on. But in the near future, you're going to start seeing a problem of somebody also challenging you again for another increase or another promotion as well, because you did it when somebody has already given a notice, and that is the wrong time of actually promoting someone or giving a salary raise. We want to end up here today. We hope that this series has helped you as an employer. It has helped you as a manager as well. And our young men, we encourage you to become great managers. We encourage you to become great employees in your own companies as well. And we hope this session has helped you today, and you'll be able to implement all the tips and teachings that we have shown, all the nuggets that we have shared with you. We hope that they will be important for you as well. I want to end up here today. Your host, Micornus Phokane. I'm the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum, and I believe that you've learned quite a bit, and you will continue learning from our social media platforms as we urge you to follow us on our social media platforms. Our Facebook page is Young Men Empowerment Forum. Our Facebook page, again, is Micornus Phokane as well. So please like those pages. Make sure that you follow us on those pages. Click notification buttons as well, so that you may be notified when we've posted videos of this kind. Don't forget our TikTok account, a very wonderful platform for you as well. So make sure that you like it. It's under Micornus Phokane. And please follow us on our TikTok account. And share the TikTok account as well with the other people and your loved ones, your friends as well, and your colleagues at work. They may actually be finding this as useful for their lives. And I want to urge you, please share that with them as well. Our YouTube channel as well, with a lot of videos that were posted in the past. Please, under Young Men Empowerment Forum, Google that and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's very important for you. And I believe that it is going to help you to actually learn out of this channel, because there are a lot of materials that were posted in the past there that are useful for you as well. Till we meet next time again, I'm the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. We're developing ordinary young men into extraordinary men of wisdom, integrity, and character. And of course, we're doing this through kingdom principles. Allow me to check out right now and say cheers for now.